Hi, and welcome to the Notes on Energy. Here are the key questions. What is energy? How are energy and work related? What are the two basic kinds of energy? What are the 6 different forms of energy? What is an energy conversion? What is the law of conservation of energy? The words to know: energy, work, kinetic energy, potential energy, gravitational potential energy, mechanical energy, thermal energy, chemical energy, electrical energy, electromagnetic energy, nuclear energy, energy conversion, law of conservation of energy. What is the mover of matter? It's energy. Energy is what makes stuff happen. It's what lights our cities. It makes cars go. It runs our factories, heats our homes, and cooks our food. Runs all of our electronic devices. Everything that makes stuff happen, that uses energy. Energy is defined in science as the ability to do work or cause change. And just like work, energy is measured in the unit of joules. And they're related in other ways too. Work happens, remember, when a force moves an object a distance. And work, therefore, is the transfer of energy. We have energy is making stuff happen. It's making things move. Both energy and work use the unit of joules. And whenever work occurs, energy is involved. What do we need energy for? Well, think about you're waking up in the morning and are using energy. The alarm clock goes off and Nathan here wakes up and gets ready for school. Is he using energy now? Eating breakfast. Is he using energy? Think of some examples. Now Nathan's traveling to school by bus. Is he using energy? Nathan's working hard in school. Is he using energy now? And now Nathan is home again, finished his homework, and is settled down to watch some television. Is he using energy? Energy is used all the time. Now how about you list some different things that you do that use energy throughout the day? In the blank spot on your paper, the bottom, write down morning, lunchtime, evening, and bedtime. And give some examples of what's using energy. What things are moving? What's happening? What are the two basic kinds of energy? Energy is divided up into kinetic energy, which is the energy of motion, moving things. That's energy is also transferred. And potential energy. That's stored energy. Let's look at an example. A ball at the top of the hill has potential energy, but no kinetic energy. As the ball rolls down the hill, that kinetic energy is getting greater. The potential energy is getting less. The potential energy is changing into kinetic energy. Eventually, all that potential energy changes into the energy of motion. It's moving faster and faster. Here's another example. A roller coaster. At the top of the hill, it's all potential energy. But as the car goes down the hill, some of it changes into kinetic energy, going faster and faster until it's all kinetic energy. And then that kinetic energy starts changing back into potential energy as it starts going back up the next hill. Here's another example of potential and kinetic energy. This is called elastic potential energy. And if you have a bow or a rubber band, you can pull back and store the energy. And when you let go and the energy flies forward, that energy is changing into kinetic energy. What are the 6 different forms of energy? Don't forget to write each of these down on the chart in your notes. Mechanical energy is any type of energy associated with moving parts. So machines have this kind of energy. Thermal energy involves the motion of the particles. The faster those particles move, the greater the thermal energy. Chemical energy is stored in the bonds of atoms that are joined together chemically. When bonds break and form, this can release and store energy. Electrical energy involves the flow of electrons. This is electricity that goes through your house to run your appliances and your electronics. Electromagnetic energy. This is also called radiant or light energy. And this involves the entire electromagnetic spectrum, and we'll be learning about that later, but all light has this electromagnetic energy. Nuclear energy involves either fission or fusion. And fission is the splitting of atoms, fusion is the joining of atoms. This occurs in nuclear power plants and atomic bombs. Vibrational or sound energy. This is a type of kinetic energy, and it's associated with motion in air. And we can change from one form of energy into another. See if you can figure out what the energy conversion is in your notes and write it down. What's starting off as here? You plug in a toaster, right? What's it producing? We also have what's called the law of conservation of energy. Energy cannot be created or destroyed in an energy conversion. That total amount of energy is the same before and after. Though heat is always released in this process, the total amount of energy stays the same.